Yo, what's good, everyone? This is AEO Boxing from Adiba, and here's my post-fight review for Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. And this was a good fight. My prediction for the winner was wrong. I chose Plant to win, but I'm not surprised that David Benavidez won this. In my prediction video, I stated the winner of this fight depended on distance. If Caleb Plant was able to control the distance and dictate the pace of the fight, he will win. But if David Benavidez was able to close the distance and make Plant a stationary target, Benavidez will win this fight. And we saw the latter in this fight. Benavidez was able to close the distance and control the fight, thus winning him the fight. Benavidez's pressure was just too much for Plant. Plant has a history of fading in the second half of his fights, and Plant did fade in this fight. And this was largely due to the mental and physical pressure that Benavidez puts on his opponents. Plant won the early rounds because he was able to maintain and operate at his distance. He used lateral movement, a good jab, along with feints, speed, and clinching to stop Benavidez's offense. But by the 4th and 5th round, Benavidez began closing the distance more efficiently. And by the 7th round, you could see that Plant was beginning to fade. He was getting caught by punches that he was evading earlier, and he was becoming more stationary. By the championship rounds, Plant was pretty much standing in front of Benavidez, trying to survive and taking punishment. It's clear to me that Plant didn't have a secondary game plan for when David Benavidez closed distance. He didn't make any major adjustments in this fight. It was like he was stuck in first gear, and he also didn't have enough power to deal with David Benavidez. Benavidez, on the other hand, did make adjustments. He used his jab to close the distance. He would throw the right hand when Plant tried to circle left or move left laterally. He started throwing the left hook when Plant would lean over, and he would double up on that left hook as well. What impressed me the most about the adjustments that Benavidez made was how Benavidez dealt with Plant's holding. Plant did a lot of holding throughout this fight, and he was never warned. It was effective in the early rounds by stopping Benavidez's offense, but Benavidez started to anticipate the holding. Benavidez would become more physical and push off Plant, and he would take steps back to create space to punch. Overall, it was a good fight and a great card. Benavidez showed that he's actually the Mexican monster, and he'll definitely grow from this fight. Even though he didn't stop Plant, he did show that he is a good fighter. I had some doubts concerning David Benavidez, but those doubts have been erased. So salute to him, he's a good fighter, and I'm looking forward to what he can do at super middleweight. And despite losing, Plant showed a lot of heart in this fight and ended the fight on his feet. So salute to him, respect to both fighters. Benavidez is now the WBC mandatory for Canelo, and he wants that fight next. In my opinion, Canelo should fight Benavidez next, instead of rematching Bivol, because if Canelo waits any longer, Benavidez will get better and more dangerous. And I'm telling you now, Benavidez can definitely beat Canelo. So Canelo should definitely take this fight as soon as possible. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with AEO Boxing with Adiba. Hit like and subscribe, and more content's coming your way.